Hi guys, this is Sasha from netbooknews.com, and this is obviously the new ASUS Eee transformer TF101 that we just bought some 2 days ago over here at the Guangzhou Computer Market in Taipei. After it took us some 3 hours to finally get one because they are sold out all over the place. And as you might remember our news from a couple of days ago, it's due to a component shortage for ASUS. My guess is it's a matter of flash memory at the moment, and ASUS just can't produce enough Eee transformer. The demand is so high, and I've been talking to a couple of distributors over here in Taiwan, and they all having a huge problem to really get a decent amount of units. Anyways, I finally got one. The price was about 17,000 NT, 16,900, which is roughly around $550 US, but expect it to be less pricey. So I would guess this will go between 399 and 449 US, depending on how much memory or which version you're getting. So this is the 32GB version, 1GB of RAM, the 1 GHz dual core NVIDIA Tegra 2 platform, and of course it's running Android Honeycomb 3.0.1. It immediately has been downloading an update as soon as I connected it to my Wi-Fi. And yeah, let's take a quick look around the system first. We have a power button, volume control over here. There you can see the connector for the docking station and also for your PSU, which turns into a USB connector, or the cable that you connect into it, so that you can also hook it up to your PC and exchange files for it and with it. There is a micro SD card slot, HDMI out, and this is a jack for your headset. And on the top we have, nothing. There's a 5 megapixel camera on the back, and I think that was a 2 megapixel camera on the front. I really like the way it looks and the way it feels. It's actually pretty wide. If I compare this, for example, to the ASUS Eee tab over here, let me just switch this on for you. Here we go. So now take a look at this. You can see that the transformer is a little bit higher and a little bit wider. That's a matter of this 10-inch form factor, that they also were building this keyboard docking station that I unfortunately couldn't buy. They all sold out. Because otherwise they just couldn't use the form factor of this 10-inch netbook keyboard for the docking station of the Eee transformer. What else is different compared to the ASUS Eee tab is it's a little bit slimmer, even though that it's getting thicker in the middle. It feels better, well, it has a kind of plastic finish, while the Eee tab has a brushed aluminum. And what ASUS did is they kind of tweaked Android 3.0 a little bit. Now take a look at these little buttons here, and also these pre-installed widgets. There's a weather widget, there's a widget for Gmail, and over here we have the calendar or the date widget and the time. While when we're taking a look at the ASUS Eee tab, first of all you can see that these are the stock Android 3.0 buttons here, and yeah, there are no real customized widgets compared to the ASUS Eee transformer. So ASUS did a little bit to Android Honeycomb. It's still the Google experience version. That means, you won't have any problems when it comes to updates. As soon as new updates are getting online from Google, you can be sure that you will also get an update for your Eee transformer. What about pre-installed apps? I've been already playing around with it for almost 2 days, and been also installing a couple of applications over here. But what was pre-installed and what's quite interesting is, let's take a look here. First of all, this is my cloud. So when you're buying an ePad transformer, you're getting unlimited online storage for free for 1 year. So you can sign up for this ASUS storage. You have to download the ePad PC suite to your PC. Then you can sign up over there, and then you're getting unlimited cloud storage for 1 year. Unfortunately, I didn't look up the terms of service online, and I can't tell you what's going to happen after here. So you might want to double check this before you're just signing up for something, and then it might cost a fortune after some 12 months, which I'm kind of doubting. Another application that is especially for the ASUS ePad transformer is My Library, which connects you to the ASUS Vibe, which is a kind of content service from ASUS, and it's delivering you, okay, a couple of magazines that I could buy. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, wow. That was nice. That was a little crash. Actually, the first time that I've been experiencing that. Okay, let's go to My Library again. Sorry about that. So we have an ebook reader over here, which looks, sorry to say that, a little bit lame. If you compare this to these fancy ebook readers that we already saw on the Motorola Zoom and also on the Iconia tab, I don't really like this one. What about newspapers? There's nothing in here. So this is more like your generic ebook, magazine, whatever reader for all the files that you can download over here at ASUS Vibe. It looks a little bit different when I'm looking up some magazines. As you can tell, they're all in Chinese, which makes perfect sense for me because I just can't read it. Let's check out this magazine, let's preview it, and then you're getting it. I think it looks to me a little bit lame, kind of reminds me of Zinio. That means what they just did were just scanning these print magazines into, I don't know, what is it, PDF or whatever format, and yeah, then just providing it for a tablet. You won't have an additional tablet experience with it. It is just a one-by-one scan of the print magazine, which is just lame. So hello publishers and hello news magazine creators, developers, whatever, do something about this. This is just goddamn boring. Something else that's new is MyNet. MyNet is showing you all the media servers that are connected in your network. So I have Tonki Media and NAS here in my network. Let's go to pictures and let's go. Okay. Maybe I should choose picture before. Well, you can tell that I've been actually downloading a couple of things. Oops. I have no TV set. I would love to pay for it. Could you please make this stuff available for me over here in Taiwan? Your US TV channels, whatever. And it also should be capable of doing video playback, which is actually not working for me. It's not even showing the video files. So it's a matter of the codecs. I have to find out how to install additional codecs to the ePad transformer, and then I might be lucky and can watch all these movies and TV shows that are stored on my network NAS. What else do we have here? Well, you know what? Actually, that's about it. There's a little widget. It's called MyZine. And it's just, I don't know, a waste of storage on your ePad transformer, because what it's doing, I'm just not getting it. Over here we have a gallery, so it's showing you a slideshow of all the pictures on your ePad transformer or of a specific folder. Here we have bookmarks or the websites you've been visiting, and over here we have an MP3 folder. So when I'm clicking on this, it just brings you over to oops, hello. It brings you over to this MP3 player that is pre-installed or comes pre-installed with Honeycomb. Yeah, wow, I'm deeply impressed. It would also show you the new emails, new events on Google Calendar, and how many ebooks. It just brings you over to your ebook reader. Do I need this? No, not at all. And you know what? That's about it when it comes to all these pre-installed apps for the ePad transformer. A little bit disappointing. I've been expecting something more from ASUS, especially after the Iconia tab has some fancy games like this golf game and Need for Speed Shift. There was nothing pre-installed over here. Well, we have Polaris Office, and this is definitely something we have to take a look at as soon as we're getting the docking station with the keyboard, because I think at that point it really makes sense to use the ePad transformer as a kind of smart book, and then doing some office work with it. What's this press reader? Press reader is just bringing you again to this ASUS Vibe newspaper store, where you can just download magazines, newspaper, and whatnot. All the CNN apps and backbreakers stuff that I've been downloading. Besides that, let me just give you a little bit idea of the battery life. I got almost 9 hours of battery life out of the ePad transformer, which is, in my opinion, absolutely amazing. And recharge time was between 2.5 and 3 hours, which is very quick compared, for example, to an iPad 2 that takes like 4 to 5 hours. So I got these 9 hours of battery life while the screen is on full brightness and while the Wi-Fi was switched on. While I've been just surfing the internet, downloading a couple of applications, playing around with it. Also have to tell you, I've been watching a movie, but I've been also putting it in idle mode for an hour or two or whatever, but still in the background Gmail was still on. I was constantly checking my Gmail inbox. So that's pretty impressive. That's a whole workday of battery life you're getting out of the ASUS ePad transformer. What about the browser? Let's take a look at netbook news over here. Maybe we want to just refresh this. That's our German side. Of course, you can also check out netbooknews.com. Okay, let's refresh it over here, and I can show you how quickly the browser renders and how quickly it reacts. That looks pretty decent. Well, it's still loading over here. Okay. Zoom in. Oops. Unfortunately, I clicked on one of these pictures again. Sorry about that. Here we go again. There we go. What about the accelerometer? That's decent in my opinion. Pinch to zoom. Looks good. So yeah, pretty decent browser experience. Still for me, the best browser that you can use on a tablet form factor right now. It more feels like a desktop browser, and you have all these tabs over here. And what's really cool is when you're using your Gmail or your Google account, you can actually sync your bookmarks from your Google Chrome browser with the browser of your tablet, of your Android Honeycomb tablet. Last but not least, I'd like to give you a little benchmark of it, and we've been always using the Quadrant one, which is actually not optimized for a dual-core device, so it just takes a while. You might get more decent result with a single core 1 GHz Snapdragon, something that I'm using here with my HTC Desire for quite a while, or little Dell Streak. Okay, here we go. You can see that's like I would say 24. Now it's dropping a little bit. Goes up again. I would say like 23, 24 frames in average. And over here we have like, let's say 45 frames. 45 to 50 frames in average. Well, this one is showing 35 frames. Okay, show me the results. That's 1995 on the Quadrant benchmark. That's not too bad, but still, remember, this is not an NVIDIA Tegra 2 optimized benchmark. So yeah, a final result or verdict for this, just to sum it up, I think it is the best Android Honeycomb tablet that is on the market. It's a little bit wide, so this might be something that I would like to use for couch surfing, and with the docking station, the keyboard docking station, this turns into a completely different kind of productivity device, which I really like. So as soon as we're getting our docking station keyboard, we're gonna do a little additional test with it to give you one last idea and impression of how big a 10.1 inch widescreen device like the ePad Transformer is. Let me just show you. Okay, this is 3.7 inch, right? That's an HTC Desire. That's a Dell Streak Mini, a 5 inch. Yeah, is it an MID or is it a superphone? I would say it's a superphone. Here comes a 7 inch Samsung Galaxy Tab. There you go. You can see that's a huge difference. And over here we have the Apple iPad 2, which is of course a little bit higher. Can we get this on the screen? But not nearly as wide as the ePad Transformer. What about the thickness? There you go. It's way thinner than the ePad Transformer, but still, the Transformer is a cool device. It's that cheap when we're talking between $399 and $449, and if you really want to get an Android Honeycomb device, that will be my suggestion at the moment, especially with the additional docking station. I'm Sasha for netbooknews.com. That's the ASUS ePad Transformer. Thanks for watching.